All right, welcome back, everybody.
Certainly some big news coming out of Minnesota earlier today. Let's start there with Fenton. Why now?
You know, my guess is really it's kind of death by 1,000 cuts, guys. You know, it's just every day it's been something.
The Minnesota Wild had a bit of a down year last year. That's how you get fired as a GM in this league.
So all of a sudden he basically put a hole right through it.
Billy Guerin is an excellent choice for the Minnesota Wild.
It is my honor to give one of the biggest honors you can get in the game of hockey to Jared Spurgeon. Captain.
Also really intrigued by the shirts that you produced for Dalabil Kirill, and I think maybe he should turn the tables.
He's my brother, or in Russian, bratishka.
So I was just like, he's just like, what the fuck? I want to be with best players, not shit players. Like, and he texted the whole, like, all the taxi squad guys on one text message. And I, like, interrupted, like.
For the first time, I believe we saw two identical contracts bought out on the exact same day. They were signed on the same day, they were bought out on the same day, and those are Parise and Suter from the Minnesota Wild.
So Bill Guerin's the one making the tough decisions, and I gotta say I admire the big brass ones, as Elliot Friedman put it.
In 23 months, he's traded Zucker, Eric Stahl, and Devin Dubnyk, and then he didn't bring back Mikko Koivu. And then now he's cut ties with Parise and Suter.
$9 million a year.
Now it's easy for me when I sign, and now I just want to play, and you know, it's like, and just hockey.
You guys know what this is all about, right? Right? What's it all about? Spurgey?
Hard work and having fun.
That. This is about winning.
All right, welcome back. Right off the bat, we got a few things we need to talk about. So, not a huge deal, but let's look at this real quick. So, Kotkaniemi and Fiala and Foligno are all on the second line, right? And then Kapanen, or Kaprizov, Ek, and Greenway are on the first line, but they're getting outscored by the second line, which is interesting because they have less playing time and less power play time. But I think it might be because Kotkaniemi is a playmaker and Ek is a two-way, and he doesn't have as good of puck skills and offensive awareness, I would say. What is Kotkaniemi? So he's got the same offensive awareness, but I think his passing might be a little better. Just a tiny bit, not much though. So I don't. And maybe just the people they're playing against every night is helping too. Being on the second line, they're not playing against other people's first lines. So that's what it might be. But I don't know. That's kind of interesting. Our first line's not doing bad. They still got pluses. So that's. I'm fine with that. So then the second thing I'm going to show you guys is our goalie situation. So we got Kakkonen at an 84, we got Talbot at an 84, and then Wallstedt is already a 78. And he's not even on a contract yet. So next season we'll obviously sign him. And he'll be on a 3-year entry-level deal. So, I think we need to go to contracts. Contracts, and then goalies again. And then, look at this. Kakkonen wants an extension And when I look at what he wants, it's less than Talbot by over $1 million. So I think we should offer Kakkonen a contract extension and get rid of Talbot for maybe a cheaper backup is what I think we should do. So I'm going to offer Kakkonen a contract extension. Let's do 3 years, so it's Kakkonen and then Wallstedt will have each of them will have a 3-year deal, which I am fine with those two being our 2 goalies. So what does he want? 2.4. So let's offer. You know what? I don't want to piss him off, so I'm not gonna lowball him that much. This isn't that big of a contract for, which is gonna be a starting goalie. So 3 years at 2.4, and then let's go to. Let's sim a couple days, see if he takes it. Game against the Stars. It's a loss. We need to start winning too if we want to make the playoffs. People are kind of catching up to us. Alright, it was an easy decision to renew my contract with you. Let's go. Okay, so we got the trade deadline in less than 3 weeks now. So we need to get rid of Talbot, I think, by the trade deadline. Or maybe we should keep him till the end of the year in case someone gets hurt. We can always trade him in the offseason. Maybe that would be a better move. Yeah, let's keep him just to have him as a backup. So, all right. So let's go to lines. Ryan Hartman is fully healed. I think he was already in the lineup. He must have just a small injury. Another loss against the Rangers. I didn't mean to advance day, but we got fucking lost again. All right. Let's just double check to see if Kakkonen is starting. Okay, he is. And Talbot's an 83 now. Okay. And he doesn't have as good as numbers, so I think this is the right move in net. But we're not winning right now. So we need to start turning it around or else we're not going to make playoffs. Let's sim till the trade deadline. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. We need some dubs. Here's a dub. There's the big dub, 6-2 win. Damn, that was a winnable game against Nashville that we could have won. Cole Perfetti in the minors. 4-1 win against Boston. There we go. Tough game here. Hey, it's your Pro Scout. Before we head into the trade deadline, I wanted to see if you wanted to update your trade block. Will be a conservative seller. Let's enter trade deadline. I don't think I really have any moves to make. maybe should we just see if we can, if anything pops up if I do Talbot? Let's go goalies. Talbot. Find trade. Arizona Coyotes 3rd round. Flames 3rd round. Jets 3rd round and a 4th round. For Talbot, I would want a little bit less of a, maybe like an 80 overall goalie, just so we can have a backup. But I'm not sure we really need anything. You can look at the draft board. So we have a 2nd round pick, 2 4th round picks, 3 5th round picks, 6th round pick, and a 7th round pick. So we don't have that 1st overall pick or 1st round pick anymore, or a 3rd round pick. Okay. Maybe we should try get a 3rd round pick for Talbot at least. Maybe that'll probably be in the draft night thing in the future, but it says Spurgeon is available, but Spurgeon might be available. It says Kevin Fiala is available. Should we see what we can, if anything pops up for Kevin Fiala? Ooh, his trade value isn't very high. Is that because he's not signed very long? He would only be half a year. Let's see what pops up for Kevin Fiala. 2nd, Anderson, and a 3rd. Pomarev and a 2nd. He was a top 6, high, center. 1st round and a 3rd for Columbus. Top 6, top 4 defenseman and a 3rd. 2nd overall, a top 6 and a 3rd. Top 4, top 6, and a 3rd. About all the same. Top 4, 2nd, and a 3rd. 1st round and a 3rd. I wish maybe we'll trade Kevin Fiala if we see someone that we want to draft. But right now I don't have anything in the draft board right now, so they want Kevin Fiala, a 3rd. Let's edit so we can look at this better. For Schneider, who's a top 4, 65 overall, he's 20. 2-way defender. Top 6 medium. Playmaker. 63 overall at 19 years old and a 2nd. If we weren't trying to win this year, these would be good trades, but I'm trying to make a run for the playoffs, so I'm not really interested in any of these. I'd rather use Kevin Fiala this year since he fits really good on that 2nd line. so I don't think we have to wait here the whole thing. So see what deals have been made. Columbus acquires PK Subban and Demers from New Jersey, and then New Jersey gets a second Tarasov and a seventh. LA acquires William Butcher and C. Miller. Is that Connor Miller? Colton Miller? And a fifth. Buffalo acquires Ackle Thompson and a second. Okay. Nashville acquires a first-round pick. Semyov. Holy shit, how do you say that? Arguchinstev. And two others to Toronto. Toronto acquires William Ekholm. Is that Nick Cousins? And M. Benning. Okay. Ekholm to the Toronto Maple Leafs. That might be a good deal for the Maple Leafs. Another defenseman. Arizona acquires first round pick and Dreiger and a second round pick. Seattle acquires Victor Rask and Phil Kessel to Arizona, from Arizona. So Victor Rask and Phil Kessel go to the Kraken after I fleeced the Coyotes and giving Victor Rask. Dallas acquires a second round, and Kruger from Chicago. Chicago acquires Ryan Suter and fucking Sakura. I think he's like an offensive defenseman. So Ryan Suter goes from Dallas to Chicago. So Chicago gets Ryan Suter. So Chicago's going to be even better now. Fuck. Chicago's going to be good. Buffalo acquires Lawson and Bucage from Chicago for Vinny Hinoskrova and Yannick Weber. Okay. Calgary acquires a first-round pick. And Boston acquires Tanev. Okay. I think these will show us. If I exit, I think it'll show us the moves in case we miss any. But I don't think I really have any moves to make, so I'm just going to exit. I think the biggest trade that was there was the Ryan Suter to Chicago. And Ekholm to Toronto was big too. Ooh, Klingberg to Edmonton for 2 firsts and Samsonov. That's a big trade. That's probably the biggest one. Klingberg. So Dallas sends Klingberg to Edmonton, and then they send Ryan Suter to Chicago. So is Dallas not good? I thought they were kind of in the hunt, weren't they not? Oh, they're not good. Okay, that's why they're 23 and 32. Okay, that makes sense. How are the Oilers doing? Oilers have the last wild card. we not have a wild card anymore? We don't. Okay. So we're chasing the Oilers, who just got Klingberg. That's not good. Maybe we should have been a seller. If we don't make playoffs, this is gonna be. We don't have a first overall pick, so that would be less of a good deal for us. So let's keep simming, I think. A lot of moves that trade deadline. Let's sim to the next month. 6 games. Vegas. How's Vegas doing? Vegas is pretty good. Got a dub. 6-5. High scoring game. Loss against the Canucks. Blue Jackets is a dub. Avalanche are good. Loss. Philly is good. Win. Shutout win. Pittsburgh. How's Pittsburgh? Just over 500. They're kind of where we are. But that's a dub. All right. How'd that... That was a decent stretch, I'd say. Okay, we're back in the wild card. We got the last wild card right now with the Kings chasing us. Okay. Sim a couple more. At this point, I don't really want to edit my lineup because it's the best I think we're going to be able to put on the ice. So, let's do 5 more games. At Carolina. How's Carolina? They should be pretty good. Oh, did they have 50 wins? There's a loss against the Capitals. Shit. There's a win against Nashville. John Merle's been injured with a mild concussion. Okay. That should be an easy fill. Coburn. We'll just do substitute in all lines. Coburn, I didn't realize how big he is. He's 6'5", 224. That is a big guy. How's his skating? Not great. That's the thing with those defensive defensemen. They are just not very mobile. Okay. 2 losses, 1 in overtime. That's not good. Edmonton's going to be a big game, but where are we in the standings? We probably fell out if I'm going to guess. Yep. Okay. So Oilers. So the Kings and the Blues have the last 2 wild cards. Predators are a little bit behind us. But we got to watch out for the Ducks and the Flames, I would say, too. So, sim a couple more days. Let's sim... Should you just do 5 at a time? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In Edmonton, or versus Edmonton. Overtime loss. Damn it. John Merle is fully healed. Okay, let's put Merle back in. I don't mind when those guys get hurt because I don't have to edit every single line. In Dallas. Dallas is tanking. We've got to beat these guys. Shootout win. Damn. Okay. Almost lost to Dallas, which isn't... Okay. All right. 3-game win streak there. Then loss against the Canadiens. Canadiens are good, man. Okay, so now what are we at? 2 out from the Blues. 2 out from the Ducks. And the Kings are 1 out. Wait. No, 3 out. Math. So... I can't really stack our lines any more than I've done. So we just got to keep going. Hopefully we put a streak together here. How many games left? Oh God. We got 6 games left. We're going to have to go on a run. So let's go 2 games at a time here. In Vancouver. Vancouver's a beatable team, and we lose. 2 losses. Seattle is a pretty good team, so I'm not mad about that one. But we can't be losing 4-1 against the Canucks. That wasn't good. Okay, 3 out. And still 2 out. Okay. Oops. Okay. Sim another couple. Okay, we got winnable game. Very winnable game. A pretty good matchup, and then Avs are a good team. Okay, so we need to go, I think we need to go 3-1 this last 4. At least. Here we go. In Nashville, we fucking lose. Okay, we better win that. Okay, 8-3 against the Coyotes. Do we even have a chance anymore? 3 out and 4 out. I don't know if we have a chance. I don't think we do. No, we could if Blues lose and we win both. We need to win both. And Blues need to lose because they only have 1 game left. All right, so the season is coming down to some pretty tough games here. Okay. So the Flames and the Avs. Avs are really good. We're gonna have to fucking play unreal against the Avs. Okay, let's go. Let's go period by period. Make the suspense a little more. All right. We need to win both in order to have a chance. Sim period. Johnny Hockey gets 1. Sim period. Greenway gets 1. Let's go 8 times. Oh, Backlund gets 1 right away. Monahan gets another 1. Oh, God. Down by 2. This might be the season. Come on. I think that's it. I think that might be it. Sim for this game. I think that's it. We are 3 out and 4 out. That's the season, folks. Sim our last game, and then we'll look at our players' stats and team stats and stuff. We did not have a very good month of April. Sim this last game. And it's a loss, 2-1. All right. So the Wild go 38, 34, and 10 and miss the playoffs by 4 points. Weren't good enough. Let's look at some stats. Let's do entire league. Toronto Maple Leafs win the President's Trophy, followed by the Hurricanes, Avalanche, Blackhawks, Tampa Bay Lightning, the Knights, Canadiens, Seattle Kraken go 45-29 in their inaugural season. They almost get 100 points. Florida Flyers, Jets, Oilers, Anaheim got in there. Pittsburgh Penguins eked their way in, and the Blues. And then Calgary, and then us. Stars, who's the worst team? Capitals are way down there. Boston is way down there. Boston is the worst team in the league. They're worse than the Coyotes. How in the hell did that happen? San Jose Sharks are third worst. Devils and Capitals. Wow. And Canucks weren't that great either. So those are kind of surprising. Canucks, Capitals, and the Bruins kind of had really shitty years. Really shitty year. Okay, let's go back to us. And the Islanders. So we were 18th in the league. Our goals for were above 3. Our goals against were just below 3. So we scored more than we got scored on. Our power play was 17%, so that wasn't terrible. Our penalty kill was 85%, so our special teams weren't really the problem. We were just barely not good enough. At home, we were 20-17-4, and away, we were 18-17-6. Just imagine if we could have won a couple more overtime games. We had 10 losses in overtime. And our last 10 where we really needed it, we went 4-6. We weren't playing good at the end of the year, that's for sure. We kind of we were in it before the trade deadline. And then we just didn't have enough gas. Alright, so the acquired Kakniemi is our leading point getter. Followed by Fiala, Kaprizov, Ek, Foligno, Greenway. So our first 2 lines, that's pretty good. That's what we needed. Then we got Dumbo leading the defenseman, followed by Spurgeon, Gustafson. Where is Goligoski's way down here. But he was a plus 17. So Merle, Bobby Ryan, minus 15. Ryan Hartman, minus 11. So our third line didn't. Third line. I was so proud of that third line at the beginning of the year too, and they just didn't do very good. They got scored on a lot and didn't put up much points. Who led the team in goals? Fiala led the team in goals with 38. Kaprizov kind of didn't have that. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't that amazing for $9 million a year. Yeah, he definitely had a worse year than he did last year. By far. Look at, he only had 3 more power play points in how many games more is that? Yeah. He was only a +1. But Fiala led the team in assists. Kotkaniemi led the team in assists, followed by Ek. Foligno with 45 assists. That's him being on a line with Kotkaniemi and Fiala right there. Kaprizov 38, Dumba with 37. Dumba didn't have very many goals. He only had 3 goals. Ek, Simmons, Foligno, and Greenway. Merle led the team in penalty minutes. Shots, Kaprizov led by a lot. Fiala had a really good shooting percentage. Our power plays were pretty even. How many shorthanded points did we have? 2 for Merle, 2 for Paquette, 1 for Spurgeon. Time on ice, Spurgeon led, followed by Brodin, Ek 3rd, Dumba 4th, Greenway. I don't know how Greenway got more minutes than Kaprizov. Or more ice time. A little less than a minute. Face-offs. So we were probably just a little bit less than 50% in total on face-offs. Hits, Foligno led the team, followed by Greenway and Ek, Dumba, Fiala. How much does Kaprizov hit? Damn, not very much. Only 30 hits all season? His aggressiveness and body checking are only 80s. How much did he have? Does that show all? Okay, so that needs to be buffed on Kaprizov because he had 29 in way less games versus 30 in 82 games. So they would need to bump up Kaprizov's aggressiveness and body checking, I think. Block shots. Spurgeon, Brodin, Dumba, Goligoski, all the defensemen. How many fights did we have? 4 for Simmons. Only 1 for Foligno. Hartman with 1. McEwen with 1. All right. So, what else is there to do? The regular season has ended. Guess we'll finish out the playoffs and then we'll wrap her up for this video. Let's sim to draft and then see who wins the Stanley Cup. Ooh, wait. How was our AHL team? I kind of forget about them. They're in playoffs. They're in the Western Conference Finals. The future. Our future guys. A lot of them are going to be on this team next year. So, I guess we'll just sim. There's a win, there's a loss. There's a win, loss, win, loss, and a loss. Oh, damn it. So Iowa Wild loses in the conference finals. I guess we can look at the AHL stats. Matt Boldy led the playoffs with 24 points. 16 goals in 18 games for Matt Boldy. The Stanley Cup champions are the Colorado Avalanche. All right. So the Avs get that Stanley Cup. They've been right there for a long time. So San Jose gets the first overall pick, followed by Detroit, Boston, Arizona, New Jersey, Washington, Vancouver, Ottawa, Buffalo, the Islanders, the Rangers, Nashville, Dallas, Los Angeles, and Winnipeg via Minnesota. Which I'm fine with. I'm fine with that. We're not going to get a top... We're not going to get a medium elite at 15. So I'm happy with that. Few retired players. Let's do by games. Brent Seabrook. How many years left did he have on that contract? Or was he bought out? Or did he retire? What happened with Brent Seabrook? Did he retire? So Seabrook, Andy Green, Ryan Kessler with 1,001 games. Franz Nielsen, 925. Polak, Roman Polak. God, thank God Cody McLeod fucking retires. I didn't have him on a contract, and the game just put him on my team. I couldn't figure out how to get him off. Damn. Justin Avalcator, 730. What was he drafted? Wasn't he drafted really high? Oh, no, he wasn't. Second round. I remember thinking he was kind of a bust. Did he have like a monster year or something? Let's look at his stats. Oh, he didn't. I must be thinking about somebody else. Johnny Boychuk. Whoever the fuck this guy is. James Shepard. He was on the Wild for a little bit. Wasn't he drafted really high? 9th. Wow. Yeah. And he was... So that's a bust right there. I remember him. So I think these 3 years were with the Wild. And he didn't do anything really. And then AHL. 32 games. Oh. I wonder if we played for right here. 13, 14. Maybe we traded him? Was this the Wild, all the Wild, and then we traded him in 14? I don't know. I don't remember that. Damn, he doesn't have stats until all the way until 2015. There's nothing. So James Shepard was drafted 9th by the Wild, and he just freaking flopped. Anyone else in here that I know? Oh, Joel Lundqvist. He was he was a center. Did he get 3rd round, 68th overall? I wonder who he played for. I bet. Yeah, they don't say. He looks exactly like Henrik. Are they twins? He's 40. That's about the same age as Henrik. I wonder if they're twins. Because they look exactly like. Alright, I don't think we're going to recognize anyone else. Alright. Continue simming. Alright, so next video we will do all of the off-season, which is going to be an interesting off-season because we have to trade Talbot just so he gets off of our salary cap, and then we have to decide what to do with Fiala if we can't afford him, because I kind of signed other people like Kakniemi before Fiala. So that will be all next video. Let's save real quick. Overwrite current file. So it's all about winning. Well, the Wild don't make the playoffs in year number 1. But I think we're going to be better next year. And hopefully our third line is better next year. All right. Peace out. Thank you for watching. Next video, we'll get into the draft and the off season.